for a second
Okay.
in a minute. I asked her, but her hair is not done, so she may not.
Yeah.
How long do it last? About 30 minutes to an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on how the conversation is, I mean, if the conversation going good.
Okay. So technically, generally, you just ask the question and I follow up.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Are you able, when she come in, can you keep her off the camera? Like you can just hear her voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We are live. Can't see our pictures yet. We are live. Maximize. Yeah, we are live. Cool. Why are we a portrait? I do not understand. See, is Reggie in here? Can you show anything while you was yet? Or maybe just wait until 3 o'clock on the dot, just make sure it's. All right, retreat, what's going on? So we got 2 people watching, 2 on Facebook. So clearly we are live, but I don't know if we got the proper video showing. Check my page to see if it's like that. Did you see the see if they get a notification to say something's live.
Still ain't started, so. Oh, that was right. And that's what you said.
Yeah, so that's when we are live. For whatever reason, we can't see the video yet, but we are live. So we are live on Facebook. Sorry about that. We experienced a few little technical difficulties with the video, but we are here with the audio. I'm trying to make it bigger, but it's got to say this.
Yeah, click it back on.
Can't see if that will do it. See my camera's on. That's what showed my camera's on.
Yeah, free and ready.
Yeah, Reggie's what? What's it say Reggie doing?
Reggie said I'm here.
Okay, Reggie said he's here. We gotta work. What's going on with my? What's going on with my video? Come back in.
It is high. No, I'm high. That's your participant.
That's what that is. Not working out like I thought it would. You go to YouTube on your phone and see what we have.
That's right. You sure? S-A-M.
S-A-M-U-E-L. Samuel Hutchins.
It's right up.
That's not it. So we gotta get early here.
Yeah, the show.
Oh, that's why you got Hutchins' son.
Oh, right. Oh, right. That's him. That new camera. Yeah, everything on, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
all your core tooling and curriculum.
Okay, yeah.
The video thing right now. No, it's on.
That's what I'm saying, it's on.
Yep, it's on. It's showing us the new time.
But this still just shows, that's all it's showing is that, we're not sure, so for whatever reason, we don't have video. All we got is audio, but we'll just go ahead and get started and, we'll work on the video. We're gonna do no for a fact, we were recording video right there, so I can upload the video right there. So I guess we can go ahead and get started. We're a little bit late with the technical difficulties, but we are here. And this is you guys, Sam Hutchins from the It's a Rap with Reggie and Sam podcast, podcast of the people. Here with me today is Miss Amanda Chandler from which I call her the CEO of Chandler Promotions. Our special guest, and thank you for being here today. And yes, and we are broadcasting live from a porta potty outside of Mississippi in Walmart. Sorry, I'm just kidding. We're not. We are broadcasting live from the studios, and this is kind of going to be like a family affair today because this is my kin people here that we're doing this, and you just never know when you don't keep in touch with kin people. You don't know that what's all going on with them. And when I found out what you were doing, I was blown away by it, and was even more intrigued when I found out that you were kin. I'm like, why didn't I know about that? And then I guess in reverse, you didn't know that I was doing what I was doing either.
True.
So right now, if you would just introduce yourself to the people and tell them a little bit about yourself, and we can get this interview started, and maybe, hopefully, we can get our video started here. So go ahead.
Okay, well, my name is Amanda Chandler. I'm from Barrow County, a little small town called Statham, Georgia. My parents are Lonnie and Lily Chandler. I'm focused on Chandler Promotions, which is my entertainment. I promote. I take on artists. I do a couple of things outside, and also I like to take care of the community. So there's a lot about Chandler Promotions and which direction I'm headed.
And that was one of the things that really intrigued me because I wanted people to get to know you kind of up close and personal, because there's so much more to you than everything that you just said. So much more to you than that. Which I want to introduce the people a little bit to who Amanda Chandler is, the person, as opposed to and who Amanda Chandler, the CEO of Chandler Promotions, is. Because I know you got an event going on tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm thinking you speak a little bit on that.
We're gonna be covering the homeless. I like to do those types of things. My son and I both, we always like to give back. One being that I did have a family member, a brother who was homeless. Not by, us, it's because of a choice that he wanted to be. And we always want to make sure that they're taken care of because you just never know who's outside and who needs help or things of that nature. So we're going to be giving back. We're going to be giving out blankets. We're going to be doing clothes, shoes. We're also going to be feeding the homeless as well because it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. So those are things that I want to do. So we'll be in Athens, Georgia tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. doing that. I have a lot of people who's participating, and I want to say thank you to all of them, for stepping up and putting in the effort to go forward and help.
Okay, and what's the location for that?
It's going to be a brighter, it's on North Avenue, and I think it's called Brighter Vision is where we'll be down there tomorrow.
And this is in Athens, Georgia.
Correct.
Right. Let me ask you a question, and I think that's great. That's super because that's one of the things that the Hope for Xavier Foundation, which I'm part of that as well. That's one of the things we do we like to connect and help people that do this. As a matter of fact, I got a donation to give you a bag full of clothes and shoes in my car when we leave. I'll make sure I get those to you. What do you think that spirit comes from for you doing that?
I say back in the day, my mom and my grandma both, as little kids.
What was your grandma's name?
Nellie Peters.
Okay.
That's my mom's mom.
Okay.
And Geneva Shields. That's my grandma on my dad's side.
That's my Aunt Geneva.
And everybody in this family is just so driven. I mean, they try to talk to us all the time about, staying near and dear and close to God. And that's one of the things that I always learn. What would you do? What would you do if Jesus asked you to do it? What would you do if God asked you to do it? So those are just some things that are put on my heart.
Yeah.
As it's freezing cold outside. Nobody wants to be homeless. They don't. Some people don't go through a lot, and I don't want to judge people. I just
Yeah.
want to be there to help them. So that's where their drive comes from. I'm always gonna try to give back as much as possible because someone always gave me, someone always instilled something into me. So I want to do the same thing back.
Well, that's great. And getting back to what you talk about my aunt Geneva, that was my grandma's sister's sis. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
family was so important to them back then. And if one of them was in trouble, you know, the reaching down and the reaching out wasn't even a problem. And it was always done from the heart. It wasn't done to say, look at what I did, look at what I had to do for so and so. They struggling over there. I had to go over there and do this and this and that. It wasn't about that with that generation. And they kind of put, I guess they put that in all of us that pay attention. Because family is it has become so important to me. And uh, because a couple of my cousins and I were talking, you know, because we know we have such a hard time trying to get a family reunion together. And that used to never be the problem back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
When you just put a date, folks showed up, and I'm talking about everybody would show up, but now it's almost like pulling teeth because, you know, you got different factions amongst the families, and I don't deal with them, and I don't deal with them. And I think that's such a shame. But I think my generation, because I'm 63 years old, I think we did a terrible job. I don't call it terrible. We did a poor job of transferring how important that was to Granny and Geneva and Rachel and Gussie and Bertha Dean. And Manuel, it was important to them, you know, those kind of events, but that kind of went away. We didn't take that passion, we didn't take the torch from them and keep doing it. That's why it's kind of scattered like it is, but it's still time. We got time enough to change that. But I just think that is such a, and how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing give backs for a few years now. I just kind of wanted to do it a little different this year.
Yeah.
When I first started, like I said, my son was most passionate about it, and he used to always talk to me about it because what they instilled into me, I tried to instill into him.
Right.
My son is only 19, and when he began, he was 14.
Wow,
So,
that's really saying something.
yeah, and that's what he wanted to do was give back, and every year we'd go out and purchase blankets and you know, just give back as well as feeding them as well.
Wow, that's amazing. Um, Chandler Promotion. Where did you birth that from?
Chandler Promotions is kind of a small story, but it's one that's important to me. I always wanted to come up with something that, you know, I could make a milestone in my life to try to move forward with taking on artists and promoting parties. You know, just sometimes you have a passion for things and then you want to see if you can do it. And I made it a way that I could do it. So I
Yeah.
moved forward with putting my last name in promotions, and I want to move forward doing something bigger.
That is, and that's the one thing that entrepreneurship is about. What you can't, it's hard to get people to understand that because there's this old saying, and I didn't come up with it. It's a saying that I read a long time ago. Whatever it is that you like to do, there's probably a job for it. And if you can do that job, then you're really not working. You see what I'm saying? You're doing what you want to do every day. Because shout out to Leland Smith at that 212 academy that he's got going during the summertime in Jefferson that I support. I was one of the speakers one year, and I posed that to some of the students that were in there, and I said, just ask me any question that you want to ask me. I guarantee you, whatever you want to do, there's a job for it. Whatever it is you like to do. And one of the students said, well, I like to shop. I said, did you know that you can be a buyer from Macy's, Bloomingdale's, TJ Maxx, Marshall? I said, that's what they do. They hire people to go out and buy clothes for them so they'll say, yeah, we think this will sell. And that's your job to go out and find out stuff that they can sell. That's why you see it in there. You'll see Tommy Hilfiger, you'll see Gucci, you'll see Prada, you'll see all that in there. I said because they had buyers that went out and did that. You like to shop, that's your job.
Right.
And you know, and that's what I said. One of the things that I always when I talk to young people, I tell them, chase a passion. Don't chase a paycheck. Because you know, you chasing your passion, you're gonna be a lot more happy. But chasing a check, chasing money is gonna turn you into a slave. Is what it's gonna do.
Right.
And that's the one thing that when I see people such as yourself doing stuff like that, And I've already encouraged that in my daughter Carlita and Talisha, they've got businesses, and I wish that I'm pretty sure they will get back to promoting because they're great businesses. Carlita has one. It's called Astonish. You know, and it's the way the spelling of it is unique, and the thing of it is unique. Talisha has one called Truly Cosmetics.
Okay.
You know, they're there. That's a good business. Both of them are. You know, but Carlita had some setbacks, but she had a couple of accidents and stuff like that. But Talisha still has that drive too. But and I'm so proud of them to be, that they looked at that and say, because I can wind up working for myself. So that's the kind of thing that we want young people to understand. And I got some things in the works, and I may reach out to you to come and be a speaker about letting them know the joy of what it is that you do. Yes, okay. but they have to understand that it is hard work as well.
True.
Yeah, it is hard work as well. So when you Chandler Promotions, what was your first event, and tell me what was that like?
The first event I had it here in Winder, Georgia. I had it out here at the Lions Club. And I wanted to have a guest performer come out, which was Bankroll 9.
Stop right there. Now, who is Bankroll 9? I don't know anything about rap. I don't know anything about Bankroll 9, but I got to shout out to Bankroll 9, whoever he is.
Yeah, Bankroll 9.
Okay.
She's actually a female.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me, Miss Bankroll.
She's from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Her manager's name is King. King is familiar with one of my colleagues, which is Derek Major Big Jones.
Okay.
And we all, just sat down and came up with a plan that, hey, Chandler Promotions is going to go to Winder, Georgia. She's from Barrett County. We want to step by having an event in Winder. So we brought 9 to Winder. The event turned out successful. There was people from here, different cities, Athens, Georgia, Jackson County. There was a lot of different people that came out to see and support. She performed her song, Get Into Us, the name of her song. So
that's the name of her song, Get Into Us.
Yeah, get into us.
I'm not touching that.
But she did really well.
I'm not touching that. Okay.
Yeah, and then Chandler Promotions also wanted to give the local entertainment, a chance to come out and perform.
Did that happen?
Yes, it did. I brought out Bone.
Mm-hmm.
I brought out Mario, and I brought out No Cap. And they have, different names, but these are the ones that I brought out for the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those. They're right here in local.
Winder does have a good bit of entertainment in it, and I just wanted to give a chance to, be a performing on a stage,
yeah.
With someone as such as Bankroll, because Nye is a good artist, but hey, she might see talent in what we see talent in. You always want to give other people opportunities
so
too.
So it's all about networking too as well, right?
That's true, 100%.
Yeah, about networking as well. So when you in putting that event together, what was some roadblocks you ran up on?
Ooh, well, when you plan your first event and you're a promoter, first is the building. You have to go out and make sure you got all your contracts right. You got to have all your permits, in order for the county to let you participate in having your event. So I had to go out and meet with a few of the officers, a few of the actual sergeants and things of that nature. They were pretty cool. They let me have the event the way that I wanted to see fit with the event. So I think I did everything correctly after learning everything.
Yeah. So it was a learning process.
It was a big learning process.
Now, Chandler Promotions, what is your team? You have a team, right? It's not. I know you're the face of it.
Correct.
It's sort of like the whole First Aid Foundation. It's not just me. I got
a couple
super extraordinary people working behind the scenes with me. I'm the face of it, but trust me, they put in that work, and I appreciate them.
I got a team.
So now just shout out and let's talk about who's on your team. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I have my security team, which is gonna be
security.
Yeah, security. Because I like to make sure everybody is safe when they come.
Well, that's
I don't want no one to come out and think they're gonna get hurt, because no, it's not the event that Chandler Promotion presents.
Gotcha.
When you come out, you're gonna have a good time and you're going home the same way you came in. So that's why I have a security team, to make sure that everyone is taken care of.
Okay.
And then I also have Major Big. I also have a DJ Ty, and I also have another person that's involved at this time.
Why is he anonymous? Why are they anonymous right now?
He kind of want to remain anonymous right now, but it's a little. It'll come out later on, not now.
Okay, so I don't quite understand that, but it's not for me to understand. Um, what about so you got your team,
Hmm.
and they consist of how many people?
I think at the time frame I may have 4, 5, 6 people.
Do you think that's enough?
After I get done growing it, it'll be a lot more.
Okay, but right now that's six is enough.
For right now, yeah.
Okay, because cause with what we do, Reggie and I with the podcast, it's just really just me and Reggie, and so
Okay.
we really just a two-man team. Reggie, I wish we could get this thing straightened out so we could get on here because I would love for him to come back on here because Reggie's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
You got to check out some of our earlier podcasts.
Okay.
And this is supposed to be an upgrade, but Restream, y'all let me down big time today because you're just giving me audio, and I'm supposed to have audio and video. I pay for this now because free was better. I didn't have any headache. But anyway, when put how long out far out do you have to plan for an event?
I say
Because some people say 3 to 6 months. Is it that far? Does it need to be that far out? Or but once you got your standard operating procedure, it doesn't take that long.
I say with me for my event, I just popped up in my mind one day I want to have one, and 2 weeks later it happened.
Whoa, wait a minute, are you serious?
100% serious. My mind works like that, and sometimes I do spur of the moment events. Some turn out good and some turn out bad, but I do all of them.
So which one turned out bad? Name me one that turned out bad.
I put it together in an event in one day, and I put a flyer up, and the same day it didn't work out as well. So when I did the 2 week one and got everything out prior, the crowd turned out at least 100 to maybe 150 people, and that was good.
That's
Yeah,
really
just for
good.
your first start
When
out.
you first start out, that's
Mhm.
really good.
But for your larger events, you do need to plan in advance, because planning in advance, it gives time frame for you to get your flyers out, get your people aware, give them time to get they. People want to go out and buy a new outfit. They want to come out. They want to be clean, sharp. You got to give them time to do that.
Well, it's a saying, if you're born ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's
But I
true.
but I completely understand because what I'm learning is that I guess promotions and parties and concerts are different
Mhm.
than what it is that we do because normally it takes us at least 3 to 4 months to get in advance. We try to have a build up. Say for instance, like right now in the works, we're working on a road race. In honor of my son Xavier.
Okay.
It's called Xavier's Run for Hope.
Okay.
You know, keep trying to tie in the Hope for Xavier Foundation. And what I was told was that it takes about 6 months worth of planning.
Mm.
So, of course, we'll have a meeting today. We're going to talk about that later on today
Okay.
when we have a meeting for that. And so when I was thinking about, but what I was getting back, what I was really trying to get to is that how important is planning? Because you say you did that spur of the moment. I'm like, but that's again, and you say you did that at spur of the moment and it worked out well. But again, but you say one time it didn't, sometimes it did, but that speaks to the person that you are too, because you have to be. I guess I don't want to say I guess popular, but you have to. What is the word I'm trying to say? Is you have to have a certain kind of personality that people will deal with, or people know that you are who you say you are. Because a lot of people will look and say, "Well, that she couldn't be all that." Because the reason I reached out, another reason I reached out to you was that I saw you had a little incident at one of your things, and like so somebody may have been seeing that for the first time. Like, oh, she mean, and then I said, no, because she's handling her business, is what she's doing. And you were right to do that. That's why I wanted you to come on and let people see that you're a businesswoman first.
Correct. Before anything.
Before anything, you're a businesswoman first. But you're not gonna let somebody disrespect your business, because then you be disrespecting yourself if you do that. Correct. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
And it just amazes me that people still do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I did a charity basketball game for the Brotherhood, another organization that I'm involved in. We were doing the Brotherhood charity basketball, and we're raising money for scholarships to give kids money to go to school. That's what we're raising money for. We're not raising money, to put in our pockets to send us on vacation or anything like that. and admission was not that much. I think it might have been $5. And do you know we still had people that snuck in, found they were one paid, and then he went through the building and then let some more people in.
Yeah, I understand.
And we better than that, people. We are.
True.
We better than that. Come on.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my event, I had a few people to come in and take advantage of the bar and charge stuff to a tab and things of that nature. But me being the person that I am, I'm gonna keep my business professional.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, I'm a human, but other people have businesses that I know they want their business to be taken care of, like I want mine to be taken care of.
Right.
So you show respect because people will then, know, hey, this lady's a good business lady.
Yeah.
She's gonna make sure that we're taken care of at the end of the day. And I would want the same respect for Channel Promotions. So,
Absolutely. So do you do any collaborations?
when you say collaborations, what you mean?
I mean, say if somebody lacks, they need something promoted. You see,
Correct.
and it's
Yeah,
not yours.
Yeah.
Could you, do you have something set up where they can say, hey, listen, I'm having this event and I really want it to be well attended. Could you help me?
Of course, 100%.
And you charge a fee for that?
That would be something we can discuss determining on how many hours. But that is something that Channel Promotions do. Channel Promotions represents, we're all about business. I'm all about helping people.
Yeah.
I'm all about, doing what needs to be done to help set your goal to make sure that your event runs smooth. So if you need me, of course, 100%, we can talk and discuss details. And if you need me moving forward, I'll go over the fees and things of that nature, but Channel Promotion does do that.
Okay, because sometimes when you first starting out, you flying by the seat of your pants. You don't really know what you're doing, and sometimes it's best to just reach out to some people. Because I've had some people that told me that when I first started, 10 years ago with the Hope for Xavier Foundation, you should have reached out to me, promotion wise. I didn't know you did that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did what I knew. And that's one thing I'm not going to do something I don't know. And that's what I'm not going to do something I don't know. So I just did what I knew. And of course I look and I learn and I talk to people and talking to you. What are we doing? Live stream. Hit live stream. Hopefully that still ain't got us where we need to be though. But and that was why, and then they said we could fill this arena. I mean, well, the gym. I was doing it for a basketball game, and the only thing I did was have some flyers put up, and I didn't have a podcast or anything like that. I just put out flyers at grocery stores. Had some churches maybe read it to their congregation if they want to. But it was okay. We did okay. We didn't lose. We didn't lose money, but we But somebody came up to me afterwards and said, "Hey, you should have reached out." You should have reached out to you. You didn't know existence. But that's real. That's good to know that. So, what is your ultimate goal? That if you could wake up tomorrow and everything be what you wanted Chandler Promotions to be, what would that be? What would that look like?
That's kind of a question it's a huge question, but as far as a person that have big dreams, it's a question that can't really be answered because I can dream one day, but then I dream further the next day. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
but if it was to be,
yeah.
Like I said, I took on an artist. I took on my artist, Dr. Quandra Banks.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to get that arena in Athens, Georgia filled. So if it was to be that way, that would be my next step for the biggest explosion in Athens, Georgia. If you see the vision, it'll get bigger and bigger and grow. That's why I'm trying to grow Chandler Promotions and grow that way.
So it'll always be evolving.
Correct.
And that's the thing about greatness. Greatness is always evolving. It doesn't rest.
Right.
And that's why best. And better is better than best because better is always evolving. Best is as good as I can get, but better is always evolving.
Correct.
That's mine, by the way. When I tell people that. But are you a reader? Do you read books, so to speak? Listen, because I'm finna plug my book right now. Because I have a book. As a matter of fact, hang on a second. I'm gonna walk over here and get our sugar right over on the left of it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Still be good. Still. Make sure your head ain't getting cut off. Oh, there we go. All right, we are back. So like I said, I'm gonna plug my book right now. It's called He Never Complains, Sam and Xavier, a father and son's journey with autism. It's available now on Amazon in Kindle or ebook and a paperback. I would certainly appreciate it. I wanted to try and get at least 15, my goal is to get 15, what am I talking? Why am I wearing a brain freeze here? 15 reviews so they can put me on the new artist list, so maybe I can get some more exposure and help me promote some sales. And we do have an event coming up in 2026 where there'll be a book signing event where you'll be able to get the book there at the book signing, and there will be $25 at the book signing. But like I said, you can go on Amazon right now and get it for $19 because I'll incur a fee because I'll be buying the books myself as opposed to you, and it'll help with the royalties. But be on the lookout for that. This is a really book that is near and dear to my heart. I kind of opened up a little bit about Xavier. How, raising him, his diagnosis, and the family that he had around him. So like I said, his mom, super, he couldn't ask for a better mom. His siblings, everything that they did for him. This community, Barrow County community, worked with us, and we brought awareness to autism. And we're going to continue that legacy on. And shouts out to my wife, Dawn. She said Xavier was not her stepson, Xavier was her son. And that's how I know that, I married the right woman in that regard. But it tells a lot of story about me growing up, and then how you realize things because you ask questions growing up. I would ask questions when I was growing up about why do I feel this way about this? Why do I feel about this way about this? And it would always be the opposite of what everybody else was feeling. But when Xavier was born, all those questions got answered, and throughout his life, even more of them got answered. And I realized that God had been preparing me for that all my life. So when I was 8 years old and had this stuff going on, like I found my dad dead when I was 8 on my way to school. Found my dad dead. Which is the vehicle for the next book that I'm writing. So because I always wanted to be a writer, and so ever since I was 14. But what I did to pay this price, I would rather not be a writer. Still rather have him here. But it's not a tragic story. It's a story of triumph. It's a story of inspiration. Because Xavier, like I said, his legacy is going to live on. This is why I wear this sweatshirt, which is merchandise and stuff that we got. But I don't want the people to think that I'm exploiting my son's death, because that's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just trying to continue the work that he started in me, continue what he built for us, because he built this thing. Because without him, it would have been a hope for Xavier. And he turned me into, like I said, Xavier saved my soul. He literally helped God save my soul, because God put Xavier in my life to save my soul. When my son, before I was born, before Xavier was born, I really didn't believe in God. And I would tell people, I don't believe in God. But that changed on November 16, 1992. But anyway, that's my shameless plug for right now. But and another thing that I wanted to ask you about, what's in the future for Chandler Promotions? What do you see yourself 5 years from now? Is that a tough question as well?
No. In 5 years from now, I probably plan to have a few artists instead of one. Moving forward with my goals, just continuing to have my own spot for promotions, my own place where I can host different events. But it's gonna be my own. Instead of me, renting places here and there. And
so what do you turn? Then you turn into the landlord, because some people can rent yours, and who can rent your place.
Yes.
And see, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The growth, to see that down the road. I would love if your artist would, because I want you to feel that arena. I want you to feel that arena. I would love it if you and your artist would come on and talk about that event.
Of course, 100%.
And again, tell me, how much are the tickets?
So right now everything is in the works,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm getting details, from a few friends at the arena, so I gotta get up the cost. Then I'll get out the ticket prices, then I'm gonna look forward to getting different ministries to come out, so I will be looking for choirs, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Pastors to preach, different things of that nature, cause I wanna do like a gospel explosion.
When you
That's
say gospel explosion, explain to some people because some people may not really know what that is.
So Gospel Explosion, I think maybe about 4 years back, Beyonce created a movie, to
Fighting
where,
Temptations.
yes, to
Okay.
where she's a small girl in a country town, she sings. This producer actually goes out, meets her, and tries to get into the choir, trains the choir to sing. And then a couple different things, they added a lot of different people in to go into that explosion. So that is the example of a gospel explosion.
Okay.
So I want to do something similar to that, but then I'd also be doing a prize giveaway, to the best choir that, performs the greatest, that has, a great song, great performance. So it's kind of a gospel explosion idea that I have.
Shout out to Tamika Mayweather. She had something like that a while back. Or this is, I think it was right before the pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Barrel's Best, where
Mm-hmm.
she actually had a contest
Okay.
where they brought on singers,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all singers. And I forget who won that thing, but I did a podcast from it, but I wasn't actually in it on the outside. I was interviewing the vendors on the outside, but
Okay.
I could hear it. And it turned out pretty well. So would it be kind of that format like what?
Something similar to it, just a little bit extra into it.
What's the extra? None of my business.
No, no. We'll talk about the details.
Okay, okay. Because I want to help you promote it because
Yeah.
again that again Amanda, because I am proud. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
And so glad that you came on and did it. And I want you to come. And anytime you got something you're promoting, hit your cuz up.
Yeah, I will.
Hit your cuz up because you don't have to come here.
Okay.
What you live in Statham?
Correct.
Okay. We could do it at your house. Or I live in Athens. We could make it happen here. As a matter of fact, we probably should have done that.
We can do
No,
that.
but you live and you learn.
Right.
What you say? What I say? You live and you learn. So have you ever heard of the It's a Rap with Reggie Sam podcast?
This is my first time
Oh,
hearing
really?
about your podcast, and I enjoy it.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, you've been a great guest. And like I said, I'm going to continue to support you. Like I said, don't forget, let me give you that bag of clothes there. If I don't, my wife will shoot me. Because she said, make sure you get these clothes. I said, got you.
Sure, I said, thank you so much.
Yes, I mean, she got some nice stuff, and she got some
Okay.
shoes she didn't wear. She bought that didn't wear.
Okay.
I don't know why women do that, but they do.
Okay.
But I can't really talk. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. Look at, I got stuff that still got tags on it too. So that happens. That happens.
I understand.
So when you're not doing Chandler promotions, what are you doing?
I do a bunch of stuff. I do
Okay.
a lot of crafting. I make stuff. I make socks. I make sweaters.
Yeah,
I make
yeah.
shirts.
I'm
I
definitely
do
gonna get a picture
bunch
of those.
different
I gotta get a picture of those socks.
Okay.
I got a picture of socks and put them on my Facebook page because
Okay.
those things are unusual. I've never seen that in my life. So you make T-shirts,
Hoodies.
hoodies,
All different kinds of things.
and see, and then it's, I put in an order. I need you to go ahead and fill that.
Okay.
for
I
me,
will.
boy.
I will. I get to
Because
it.
that's one of the things that I'm always looking for is for vendors. Shout out to L.A. Thomas. She came up with this. She did this
I like
sweatshirt.
it.
It was really great. And it's
Mhm.
made out of good stuff. And it's actually over a year old.
Okay.
Yeah, it still looks great. Get compliments on it, and it's one of our things that we sell. Because we try to what we do too. We give away a scholarship at the end of every year. My goal this coming up is to give away 5.
Okay.
That's $500 piece
Mhm.
per scholarship. So that's $2,000 right there. We give them a brand new laptop,
Okay.
and of course, a plaque, and of course, a partnership with the Hope for Xavier Foundation while they're in school. Like if they need money for books or
Okay.
fees or something like that, and they run a little short on funds, and they hit us back up, and we'll be there for them. So that's one of the things that we do, and so that's why I wanted to hit the ground running in 2026. And so I need to know all my resources.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll reach out to a vendor and do it. Well, I can't do it right now, so I'm stuck. I was at their mercy. I got to wait for it, which I don't mind because we got a good working relationship. But sometimes it's good to have other avenues.
Right. Right.
And plus your family. too. So with,
Understand?
so with that being said, with family too. Uh, and it look like the Restream's not gonna do us right today, and I do not know what is going on, but we will get it figured out. Like I said, there will be a video uploaded because I am broadcasting, recording live too on a different device. So I'll just upload it to YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok.
Oh.
TikTok too. So I just upload this, so you will be able to say Amanda's beautiful face. And unfortunately, you have to look at mine too. But be that as it may, this has been wonderful. This has been great. Is there anything you want to say before we leave here?
Yes, December the 6th, me and Quandra Banks come to her album release. It's going to be in Atlanta. You can see the flyer on my Facebook as well as my Instagram and also on my TikTok. It'll be December the 6th. But make sure y'all come out to the Here Now album release party.
You got an address for that?
I do. Let me actually get the address and then I can give you the details on where to be at and how to come out and support.
Yeah, we definitely want to do that.
Quandra. So the address is going to be. Hold on, one more thing.
Okay. I mean, you find trust. I don't have any sponsors, so dead air is not an issue. I'm trying to get me some sponsors, you know, but like I said, and that's why I tell you guys, I got 9,720 something odd subscribers. Free. It's free to subscribe. I'm trying to get that button so I can get 10,000. I need just a little under 300. So please like, share, and subscribe. We are trying to get there, and with your help, we can.
Let me see, do they got the address on here? Yes, it's going to be at DWH Studios, 2339 Brennan Road, Southeast Georgia. Southeast Atlanta, Georgia, 30316.
Okay. Because the reason I say that because sometimes you got the captions and it'll type that out, so they'll know how to get in touch with you. So if a person is trying to get in touch with Chandler Promotions, you got an email address, you got an Instagram page.
I have an Instagram page.
What's your Instagram page?
Hold on 1 second, I'll get you those details from my Instagram. My Instagram is gonna be Miss Chandler, Miss_Sweets. It'll say entrepreneur plus an influencer. So you can follow me there.
Okay, so am I following you?
Let's see.
I should be. I mean, I thought I was. Cause I think I'm following you. I know I'm following you on TikTok. I think I'm following you on TikTok.
Yeah, you on my TikTok.
Yeah.
We'll have to connect on the Instagram so we can
Okay.
have you on there too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, this has been great, and I would love for you and your artist Quandra to come back. Tell her don't be shy. We're gonna have the video up, so people gonna have to see her.
Okay.
Because they need to see her.
Yes.
Okay, so they're gonna need to see her, and I'll get these bugs worked out. I don't know what's going on with Restream today, but like I said, I never had this problem we're doing it for free.
That's okay.
But anywho, like I said, we do have video that I will upload later from the device that we're showcasing right now too. So, and if you do want to just listen to this, go to Podbean because we are on Podbean. This audio was being recorded on Podbean as well. So when you're on your way home, you want to listen to something, want to listen to a good conversation, you want to learn something about Amanda Chandler and CEO of Chandler Promotions, just plug it up, listen to it. We would certainly appreciate it. Again, we are still trying to get to that 10,000 mark on the Israel with Reggie Sale podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. And be on the lookout for anything that's coming from Chandler Promotions. And again, cuz, thank you so much for coming on and being a part of the scene. And don't let me leave out here without getting a shot of those socks.
Okay.
I have never seen anything like that before in my life. Well, with that being said, and I guess we've come to the end of the broadcast. Reggie, I know you're probably wondering what in the world happened, but anyway, I don't know. It's on this end. It's on my end this time. I can't blame you. But again, we will be able to upload the video part of it. And I didn't even check the chat. So again, my bad. I don't know what people in the chat. We were not ignoring you. Obviously, it's all my fault. But anyway, as we like to say at the end of every show, again, Amanda, thank you so much for being a part of it. And like I said, don't be a stranger. If you got something you wanna come on and talk about, doesn't necessarily have to be about Chandler promotion. If you got something you wanna get off your chest, or you wanna tell somebody, or, put something out there, we are here for you. And like I said, love you, cuz, and so proud of you. Thank you for doing it and what it is you do. But like I said, at the end of every show, like we always say, it's a wrap.
Well, I had a good time.
I did too, but like I said, I wanted to talk longer.
Yeah.
Cause you're amazing with what it is that you do.
Yeah, thank you.
And I never knew.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time.
I'm not that great at editing. But yeah.